What's happening, guys? It's Bharat Nagpal for iGyaan.in, and today we're going to be taking a look at the HTC One V. Now, this is a lower end version of the new One series from HTC. We of course looked at the HTC One X, and that was launched back at the event in Singapore that we covered. The HTC One V was launched alongside that, but the availability for the HTC One V was a little slow, and the HTC One S is yet to come to India. So let's quickly review the device, and I'll tell you what we like and what we don't like about this device. Let's start off with the build quality. The device is built with a unibody aluminum and alloy shell. It's got really nice rubber accents on the bottom bit over here and along the camera over here. On the front, you have a really nice 3.7-inch capacitive touchscreen display, which is a 480 by 800 pixel resolution display. It does not have any Gorilla Glass on it, and which is quite a disappointment from the company. You have this really nice and loud earpiece over here. The mic is very receptive. It's at the bottom. At the back of the device, you have a nice camera, which is a 5 megapixel camera. It does do 720p video only, and there is no front facing camera, which is again a disappointment from the device. The device is running Android 4.0 and has no removable battery, and on the inside has a 1 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor along with an Adreno 205 GPU. It is also running the latest version of HTC Sense. So once you power on the device, you will see the lock screen. The lock screen shows all your notifications in the front over here. Right now we don't have a SIM card, so in this place is where your notifications are going to be. If you want to simply unlock the device, you pull in the ring from the bottom over here, or you can drag in one of your favorite apps from the top here. This list can be customized, and you can simply drop in the app into the ring and it will quickly jump to that app. Now, in terms of the camera application, is one of the things that is primarily related to the One series. So we have the same camera app that we saw on the One X, with which you can add effects from here, and you can continue to take burst shots with the camera capture button, and once you are in video, you can click pictures while you are in video. So those are some of the things that are there. You can also jump into settings and set your image resolution, you review duration, video quality, type of shooting modes. You can also go into camera options and bring those up. So all those options are there. Again, holding down the camera button will create multiple shots, and it will give you a review of all the shots. You can say best shot to any of one of the shots, and it will delete the remaining shots. So that's the camera. That's one of the main features of the One V that I just demoed over there. So we'll get to all the other sections in a bit. Let's take a look at the interface. Now, this is HTC Sense for ICS. Pull down from the top, you will see the notification panel. You'll see that quick launch widgets are missing from this device. We're not too sure why HTC has done that. You have now all your notifications in the notification list, and you can simply tap on clear to clear them up. You get this really nice animation. You can quickly jump into settings from here, and you will see the new Android 4.0 settings panel. You go into about, you'll be able to see the software information, and this device is running Android 4.0.3 HTC Sense version 4. Again, for the list of HTC customizations, you can come into here, and personalize is one of the only settings personalizations that HTC has done. So it's the same personalized app that you've been seeing on HTC for a really long time. You can change your scene modes, you can change your skin, your wallpaper, and your shortcuts on the lock screen, and your home screen apps can be organized from here as well. You can also customize the sound of the device from the personalization menu, so fairly customizable. One thing that we're really missing on the One V is the HTC Leap feature. So we can't pinch to zoom out of all the dashboards, and pressing on the home button doesn't reveal those dashboards as well. So we are left with nothing but simple scroll left and scroll right to get to our home page, which is quite a big disappointment for this device. We're not too happy about that. The device does tend to hang up a little bit during usage, and we'll try and see if we can demonstrate that to you guys as well. You can simply dial in a number into the keypad. You can also jump into your options, your people, call history, speed dial, block caller, settings, and tips. You can also use voice dial to call somebody up from your list as well. So that also works for this device. I'm going to quickly jump into messages, show you come in a great conversational fashion, and they will come in a thread as a chat thread, so you will be able to see them in a really nice and easy fashion. The keyboard is a really nice HTC Sense keyboard, and you'll be able to type properly on this. So your keyboard is really nice and responsive, thanks to the nice and really responsive capacitive touchscreen. You can shift to landscape as well, and it will shift the keyboard into a wider format. From common usage, you will start to see that the device is slowing down a lot, and you will constantly find yourself closing running applications in the background. HTC has provided an easy method to do that, and I'll demonstrate that after we are done looking at our website in the browser. The browser is fairly fast and responsive browser. On ICS, it will load up the full website. It does support all sorts of Flash content, so you will be able to see Flash ads, Flash videos, Flash content on websites directly on the browser. Now the browser takes a bit to load up the full website, but once the website is loaded, you'll be able to see that it's fairly smooth. A pinch to zoom in is fairly smooth as well, and you can pan around, and kinetic scrolling is also really nice and responsive. Again, shift to landscape and you'll get a seamless switch. Again, kinetic scrolling remains smooth, and pinch to zoom in remains really responsive. So the overall decent browser. You can also download Google Chrome onto this, since it's running Android 4.0 directly out of the box. So you can install Chrome Beta and start using that on this device. Video playback is also fairly decent on this, and we did demonstrate that, and I'm going to quickly do that again. Overall video quality on the screen is really nice and crisp. Video streaming is fairly smooth, and the speaker phone is really nice and loud. So good quality media management from the HTC One V. No complaints over there. The next thing I'm going to do now is demonstrate the task management. So all you need to do is press on this button over here, which is an ICS specific button. To quickly jump into the task manager, simply slide the running tasks to the side to free up memory for utilization. And I'm going to quickly now run a quadrant standard benchmark to see what the device scores. So the benchmark is finally complete, and the device scores a 2063 in the benchmark result, which is fairly decent for the device. I'm also going to quickly run a Nina mark for you guys. So 29.0 frames per second is what Nina Mark says the device is capable of. Now a lot of games fail to install on this. For example, we were trying to download Blood and Glory, and the Play Store, the Google Play Store, would keep crashing. Temple Run and those sort of games run properly on this. Even Real Racing runs properly on this. You can see that gaming seems pretty alright on this device. The device does seem to start lagging up a bit after a little bit of usage, even in basic things like scrolling from one homepage to another. The device does seem to start lagging up, but overall it's a fairly fast and responsive device. You do have a couple of HTC apps that are pre-installed here as well. Polaris Office also comes pre-installed onto the device, so you can create and edit and modify Office documents. You can also access online storage on Dropbox and SkyDrive. So in that sense of the word, the device is fairly good. The overall construction and the build quality of the device is nice. It feels really great in the hand, and in terms of performance, it seems a little underpowered. It does come in the market for a price of about 17,000 rupees. You do get 4 GB of onboard storage, 512 MB of RAM, which is the biggest letdown. It should have been at least 1 GB, and you get 32 GB micro SD card support, and device is responsive, works well, and is fairly nicely sized. The build quality is superb, and it's a good option for those looking for a decent device in the market for about 17,000 rupees. But do bear in mind that this is only a 1 GHz single core processor, which is a Qualcomm Snapdragon with Adreno 205, and we were expecting at least a dual core processor from the device, but HTC has let us down on that. So that is one thing that you should consider. Succeeds in doing what it set out to do, is create a budget version of the HTC One series. And when I say budget, comparing it to the HTC One X or the HTC One S, once it's launched in India, this is going to be at least half the price or lower in comparison to those phones. So definitely a cheaper version of the One series. It has the latest OS, it has the latest touch, it has the latest HTC Sense customizations, and overall performance is decent, but not as good as we'd expect it to be. Camera is really nice, sound quality is really superior. You also have Beats by Dre audio support in the music player, which is really nice and responsive. You also have the Favorites app, which is over here. For more unboxing videos, reviews, and tutorials, log on to iGyaan.in. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The links to those are in the description below or on the video right now. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan.in, this is Nakwal. Thank you guys for watching.